Hello everyone, my name is Bram LeGroux. I'm the Managing Director and Founder of LeGroux Partners, and I welcome you to this program. First, I want to commend you on the fact that you did enter your details below the video so that you and I can develop a relationship. And let me just get straight away dive into it and add value to you. Just think about it. How often would people ask you, how's business? How's life? How are you traveling? You and I may be inclined to say, it's not really all that well, or it's pretty challenging out there, or, the economy is, pretty tough and there's a lot of competition and, it's not that easy as of late and we're needing to put in more effort. All of this sort of blah, 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 blah. I would like you to say instantly, freeze. Freeze it there. Hold your horses, because it's easy to, let's say, find excuses or reasons why we are not getting ahead. And one thing we've always noticed is that people who are thriving in any type of environment, they typically have a different type of thinking. They talk differently. They find opportunities where nobody else sees them. And so if we really want to, let's say, tune in with that and move the dial on our performance, whether again in business or in life, we really need to start thinking differently. It was Napoleon Hill who, about 100 years ago, wrote a book that said, think and you grow rich. But it means a certain type of thinking. And so rather than, finding reasons to not getting ahead, find reasons to get ahead. That's really my first point that I'd like to share with you in this video. Behind me, I've got, let's say, a little diagram to really help you to visualize things. And really, it's important that you tune in with the message of this. It's a very important message. On my left here, or your right, your left, we've got here thoughts. Now, thoughts, they do create our reality, and the way that we actually can qualify thoughts are causes. Thoughts are causes. So the more you actually subscribe to being a causal agent, of having control, of being able to govern your own mind and make the best of it, almost unlock your mind, unset your mind so that you perform more greatly. The more you have this causal agency in your mindset, the more you think that the way you think brings about a certain reality, the more that's going to be helpful for you. Equally, on the other side here, is the results. As you think certain ways, you get certain results. Typically, those results will also reinforce back your thoughts, because the more you start seeing that there is actually, that despite a so-called challenging economy, the more you see that as you think positively about it and you find great clients and companies to approach that need your service, that have a budget for it, that have an urgency behind it and the like, the more you really think, yes, I can, that influences the results you get. And then obviously they will relate back to your brain and say, hey, guess what? You thought that it was possible, and guess what? You brought it about. You did get the result. And so it's really good to keep thinking that way and even think bigger. Because the bigger you think, the bigger your results will get as well. And so you got this causal, this dual relationship between causes here and results here, which are the effects. Now, challenge though. What if you start thinking that it's the economy that is at fault, and it's the economy that is influencing the results that you are getting? Suddenly, you are starting to see that you are putting the horse or the cart in front of the horse. You're starting to say that everything external there is the reasons for me not getting ahead, and that's what you're telling to yourself in your own mind. Now, the first suggestion that I make is get rid of all that. It's so easy to get into, and if you are hanging out with a lot of people that think that way, don't buy into it, because that thinking alone is the main reason why your results and the money you're making is not there at the extent that where you would like it to. Equally, on the good side of it, the flip side, is when you are actually subscribing to the idea that you have your hands on the steering wheel, that you are a success in your own right, that you are going to be successful sooner or later, it's just a matter of time and putting in the effort. The more you subscribe to this, the more it will become true for you sooner or later. I'd just like to reflect on the last 6.5 years here with you. On my own story, I've noticed that when I came here in Australia, new territory, nobody knew me, I knew nobody. In 6.5 years, I've been able to build a professional services firm that right now has already been engaged on multiple occasions by several banks, major banks, Big Four accounting firms, large corporations, national, and just in professional and financial services alone, I personally in the last 3 years have worked with over 400 people in partner roles, directors, and a few senior managers along the way as well, but mostly that really high echelon, the high achievers within those firms. The reasons why I've been able to do that is because first, my thoughts help me to get there. My thoughts help me to see that I'm worthy of doing business with them. My thought or my thinking helps me to see that I am a causal agent, that I have value to add, and that I can actually allow myself to reach out to them and bring something of value that they then are willing to take on. So can you. The challenge is mostly is that our thinking determines our reality. And if you are starting to put the cart in front of the horse, take back control and turn it around. It's the horse. It's your thinking that is the horse that pulls in the cart with the results and not the other way around. I invite you to become an inverse paranoid. Now, obviously, we know that being a paranoid is not a good thing. Being a paranoid means that you think that the world is there to come after you, that they are there to get you, that they want to do you harm. Well, we're not talking about that type of paranoid. I clearly want to make that clear up front. What we're talking about, though, is becoming an inverse paranoid. It's really a concept in which you look for ways where the world is actually there to help you. So you look and find ways to believe and tell yourself that things that are happening to you, the people you are meeting, the challenges and setbacks that are thrown at you, that they are there to help you, that they are there to help you reach a higher level in life, to become more successful in your field, to become more recognized, to become more agile, to become more flexible as a person and the like. So the more you start finding ways to see that the world is there to help you, the more you are becoming an inverse paranoid and the better your results will be. Behind me here, we got something else. Now, become an inverse paranoid. We said that already. Become an inverse paranoid is the first thing. The second thing is, in order for you to extract the very best from any opportunity or any situation that comes your way, from any circumstances that you find yourself in, the so-called, obviously the positive ones, but definitely also those that you would sometimes qualify as more negative and would feel as being less favorable. Definitely for those, you would apply the same rule. It's harder there, but it's really important that you still do it. Why? Because here's how you would do it. As you are looking and finding ways to see the good in everything, in anything, right? See the good, see a grain of good. What it is that you're asking yourself, how is this helping me? The funny thing is, with this beautiful thing called mind, is that when you're asking, how is this helping me? How is this helping me to lift my game? How is this helping me to become a better leader in life? How is this helping me to become a better business development person in life? The more you ask these type of things, the more you are actually finding things that effectively are helping you. And it all comes back to how you ask the question. How is this helping me? How? Rather than saying, why is this happening to me? Oh, poor me. That sort of victim thinking. Forget about all that. Let go of it. I've been there myself before and I didn't get anywhere with the why me, poor me type of thinking. It's just not getting us ahead. If we really embrace that sort of great concept of becoming an inverse paranoid, we keep asking ourselves, how is this challenge? How is this setback? How is this situation serving me? How is it helping me to become better and fulfilling my full mission in life? How is this helping me? I'll leave you with that one. Wish you a great day. My name is Brian. Bye-bye.